It's amazing. It's just like, let yourself go. Free spirit. Free bubble catchers for life. Bubble catchers.
Big night out.
Big
night out.
I'm Clive Martin, your guide to the dark heart of the UK club scene. Psytrance. To its fans, it's the last true subculture. To its detractors, it's boring music listened to by nouveau hippies filling the years between Goa and Goldman Sachs. But where does the truth lie? Is Psytrance just another crustafarian folly, or is there some worth in it beyond promoting the use of hemp? I was off to a field somewhere in England to find out.
It's a symbol of your desire to return to reality.
In the warm morning light, it wasn't hard to admire the attention to detail that the Psytrance community put into their events. The Tolkien-esque woodland setting, the UV butterflies. It was like being in Cider with Rosie, but with methadone instead of cider. But if there's one thing that Psytrance will forever be associated with, it's Caucasians with dreadlocks. And believe me, you couldn't move for those swinging, sweaty, follicle masses hanging off their owners' heads like the furry tentacles of some deep-sea creature washed up on a Cornish beach. Part of me was uneasy about the appropriation of Rasta culture by home counties rebels with double-barreled names. But the other part wondered if this was some kind of great post-racial, pan-cultural aesthetic that made everyone look like a rogue squadron from some kind of future swamp army. Then again, that could just be because they look like the cast of Waterworld. On the flip side of that were a posse of first-year uni girls desperately trying to recreate their gap years at the closest thing the Shires could offer to a full moon party. A guy who appeared to be hallucinating visions of Tiesto, Big Chief mashup, and some scrotum-headed demon who joined me in a two-man interpretive dance-off. Another thing that separates Psytrance events from the usual Paco Rabanne and pub gat clubs is the abundance of extra chemical activities. There isn't much you can do in most clubs other than drink, dance, fight and chirps, but Psytrance raves are more like the Cirque du Soleil than the Berghain. Juggling, stick spinning, and whatever this is. I'd probably give it a few months practice before you take that one to Covent Garden, mate. Musically, it's not easy to love Psytrance. It exists in a strange hinterland between euphoric and minimal. It lunks along at exactly the same pace, to the extent that the DJs don't really seem to mix, rather press pause, drop a Matrix soundbite, and then start up again. It's hard to see the appeal. But whilst looking on at this bizarre worship ritual of the speaker cabinet, I realised what me and the rest of the world had failed to comprehend. Most dance music is designed to sound better on drugs, but Psytrance just sounds like drugs. The swooshes, the unceasing beats, the abstract voices, they're there to recreate the feeling of being really, really fucked. With this Damascus moment in mind, it was time to get on some of that real shit. The hippie crack. With a head full of nitrous oxide and a heart full of newfound acceptance, I started to enjoy myself a little bit more as darkness began to fall on our ultraviolet refugee camp.
Psytrance is the fucking best. It's incredible.
I can't
Psytrance
help but move.
is the one.
Fucking love Psytrance, mate. It's all about the Psytrance.
How does it make you feel though?
It makes me feel like... Fuck, what's it make me feel like? Fuck.
You're breaking waves, man. It's fucking quality. You lose your mind. You lose your mind. You lose yourself to a beat.
I'm used to a world where everybody's quite, you know, suits, same suits, or you go to a venue in the West End in London, every girl looks the same, all the guys look the same, very similar style, but here, it's like there is no limit to people's imagination. The music, the environment, the atmosphere, the lights, the dresses, the feathers, it's all absolutely spectacular. I could not believe we're in the middle of a forest.
I began to realise that aesthetically, there's no other scene that quite compares to Psytrance. Even if it's not your cup of chai, you can't help but admire the kind of vision they're applying to their scene. Yes, the music sucks, and dreadlocks do begin to smell after 15 hours of dancing, But in a world where most new clubs resemble upmarket abattoirs, and where you can wear Jack Wills to Joy Orbison warehouse raves, or Supreme to head candy nights without anyone batting an eyelid, psytrance is a breath of fresh air. Who knows? Maybe we could all do with a little more poi in our lives.
Psytrance is a religion, and the DJ is the god.